Hi, Scorpio. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for September 2024. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in September and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from your cusp sign, so you might want to check that out. This recording is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. I'm using the Hanson Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Scorpio, now on to your September 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Scorpio, is the Five of Cups. And this is sadness, loss, and regret. But not all hope is lost, because there are two cups still upright behind the person in the card. So you may feel like you have some kind of regret or sadness or loss, but there's still hope. I feel that some of you Scorpios may find out some information that you feel is kind of disturbing. You maybe wish you didn't hear it. It could be that you're hearing that something is going to go down that could be disruptive in your life, and you don't want that disruption. So it could be something like, maybe if you have a roommate, your roommate's moving out, and now you have to pay for the apartment on your own or the home on your own because the roommate's moving out. Or you find out that it could be anything, just anything that could be disruptive to you. Like you could be at work and you find out somebody's coming in, they hired somebody from the outside that's getting this higher position that you hoped you were going to get promoted to. And that disrupts your life in some way. Because I get the energy, Scorpio, that you are going to be saying to yourself, what do I do now? Like you must have had some idea or plan or some goal or something, and that whatever it is you find out, it disrupts your plan, and now you have to either find another way to achieve your goals or something else. You could also be worried about somebody in your life that's having a bad time of it. There could be somebody in your life that's like going through drug addiction or is sick. Because I get unwell is the first thing I get. So there could be somebody in your life that you're worried about now, Scorpio, that is having a difficult time with an illness or is unwell. But it could be an addiction to something. Maybe alcohol or drugs. I don't know what. You can be addicted to a billion things. So I feel like you find out some information that you don't really want to hear, that disrupts your plans, that now you have to change them, or you're worrying about somebody's health or wellness or mental state that is not doing well. These are the two strongest things I feel here. There's also a possibility that you put out some kind of resume or applied for a promotion, or you put out a resume for a particular job or something that you wanted to get. Like maybe you had to submit an application for something, or getting on some kind of list to get accepted into something. Whatever it is, maybe it's to go to a school. You're going to find out you don't get in, or you don't get the job. That also comes up here. for you Scorpios. So the next card in your reading is the Hermit. And the Hermit is a card that symbolizes spiritual guidance. Your spirit guides are lighting the way. They're showing you the path to go. You could also be the Hermit, where you are taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward in some way, but you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides. It's like you're reviewing what needs to be done. This could be at some things in your home. Like you could be reviewing like, well, I need to paint, wallpaper, change my window treatments. I need to get my sidewalk redone, my driveway redone, like whatever it is. Like this could be at work, place where you work, where you're like, okay, I have all these tasks I need to do. I got to look at them all and decide what needs to be done. So for some of you, I feel it's happening in your home. For some of you, I feel it's happening at work. This could also be if you have some kind of health issue or someone else in your life has a health issue and you're like, okay, what is the plan? What is it I need to get taken care of and need to get done? If you need any surgeries, there's usually, not for everybody, but a lot of times there's like different testing that has to occur before you get a surgery. If you have heart trouble, they got to do all these heart tests. If there's something they're worried about, they're going to test you before you get the surgery. So it could be something like that. You may have this energy right now that you want your decisions and the decisions you make to be almost like written in stone, rock solid. So that's interesting. You are a fixed sign, so it is a sense of feeling fixed. But I feel like Scorpios are pretty much outgoing and adventurous people, even though they're fixed, which I think Aquarians are like that too, and they're a fixed sign also, but they can be very fixed and in the same manner, but adventurous also. I feel like there's some kind of decisions you want to be rock solid, or you want like some kind of stability based on the decisions you're going to make. It's like you want to clear the deck of all this unnecessary gobbledygook around you. Like, you know, all this unnecessary frivolous stuff. It could be frivolous stuff. It could be frivolous, like too much junk, too many clothes, too much this, that, the other. But it can be friendships. If you feel like your friendships are too surface or superficial, or anything, like maybe you have clients and customers and you're like, you know what, I can't deal with all these clients and customers. I got to pare it down to certain ones I can deal with because I can't deal with them all. But, you know, I don't know. It's like rock solid decisions. This could have to do with buying and selling property, buying and selling stocks and cryptocurrency, you know, Bitcoin or whatever. But it's like you want your decisions to be rock solid and stable, but you also, it's like what you're deciding has to do with things becoming rock solid and stable. Like if you move, you want to move to a place that has stability, that you want to stay there. If you want to make changes to your money and where you invest it, you want it to be stable and stay there. That's the feeling I get here for you. Now, before I go on to card number 3, I just want to say if you would like to get the 3 most recently recorded video series I've done for my Vimeo on-demand videos, those links are down below in the description box in the Show More area underneath the video. And they're also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. The first video series I recently recorded is my Angels, Ancestors, and Ascended Masters Psychic Oracle card readings for these changing times for each sign of the zodiac. Come on, we're in changing times. Last time I did this was 2021. So I thought, seems like we could use some angel ancestors and ascended masters guidance. In these videos, I used 4 different angel, ancestor, and oracle card based cards. So it's 4 different decks I've used in those readings. Also, my psychic crystal readings for September 2024, which are an expansion or a continuation of these psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month. I look at every single topic I can think of to look into the crystal, and these crystal readings are cheaper than a latte. They're under $3, so it might be worth your while to see what else Spirit has to say for you coming through the crystal. And my eclipse effects for the full moon lunar eclipse in September in Pisces, September 17th, 2024, psychic tarot, crystal, and oracle card readings. And I pull a gemstone crystal for each sign at the end of the video as well. You are being affected by this eclipse right now. You're being affected by it in September. Probably we're starting to be affected by it in August, and the effects can go 6 months, sometimes even up to a year. Many people find these eclipse effects readings are like private readings to them. I highly recommend not just getting your sun sign. I would get your rising sign and your sun sign if you can do so, or whatever sign resonates with you. If you just want to get one, go with what usually resonates with you here on YouTube. And don't forget, when you purchase these videos, you help support this channel to keep going. So thank you very much for your purchases of the Vimeo videos. So card number 3 in your reading is the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords is a card that symbolizes moving from troubled shores to better shores, from troubled times to better times. It could be long distance travel. It could be moving. You could be moving your residence. This could also be a new commute for work. You may find yourself enveloping yourself and immersing yourself in new subjects that are interesting to you. And you may go the extra distance and the extra mile to research, learn, train, all of that. There could be one particular book you're searching for, one particular website you're searching for, one particular person you're searching for that could give you the insight, knowledge, expertise, and inspiration and teaching and training that you would like to learn from. So if there's somebody you want to learn something from, you could be on the hunt for them and to, like schedule something with them, like a training session or a healing session or, whatever it may be for you. Again, I get the same thing I believe I got it in the 5 of Cups card, where you may want to clear the deck, like getting rid of stuff, trivial things, that comes up here again. So if you're planning on moving, you may be like, I'm not taking all this stuff with me. So you could be really going through your stuff with a fine-tooth comb and getting rid of some of it. This may be a month, Scorpio, where you have to make things perfectly clear to people. I feel that so strongly, I can't even tell you. So, like, maybe it's your kids, and you're like, look, let me make it perfectly clear what you're allowed to do, what you're not allowed to do, or what you expect of them. Or this could be, if you're a teacher, a coach, an instructor, you may be making it perfectly clear to students. If you're a boss, you could be making it perfectly clear to your employees. Because I feel like you're making ground rules, putting things in place where you're like, this is what's not going to be tolerated, or we're not going to put up with this anymore, and putting ground rules in place comes up. Scorpios, you may find in September you're learning tricks or ways to cope with anxiety and stress. So if the world's been grating on your nerves, getting you down, making you feel topsy-turvy, creating anxiety or depression in you, you may learn some techniques or methods or tricks that you can do to calm your nerves, to relieve stress. This could be something you learn on the internet. It could be something you read in a book. It could be something, a medical professional, whether they're natural medicine or Western medicine, tells you, and then you can implement it. The next card in your reading is probably you. You have the Page of Cups. This is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. The Page of Cups, pages can be children, but they can also be adults that are immature or young at heart, and they can be messengers. And this would be a messenger bringing in psychic intuition and information. They could also be bringing in love and emotions. You may feel like you value your time, and you want to spend more time out in nature. You may want to learn and study or get involved with growing things. This could be growing your own vegetables. This could be growing pot, whatever you want to grow. I don't know what it is, but you may become very interested in things that grow and how you can go about doing it and what's the best way to do it. Maybe you're thinking of starting a hydroponic method of growing things. Lots of things coming up in the world with listeria. Vegetables, which I find weird, but it happens a lot lately. So maybe you're like, I don't want to trust, going to the food store to get your own produce. So you could be looking into things like that. Some healing modalities could be shifting and changing for you. You could get very involved in homeopathic healing. You could get very involved in herbs, like the use of herbs, homeopathy, anything that could bring about healing. You may study it. That may be one of the things maybe that you want to grow, is certain herbs and to make your own, healing, natural healing remedies. You may become interested in that. If you have money to do this, I'm prefacing that because some people say, I don't have the money to do that. I'm saying if you have the money to do it, you may want to buy a property right now. That may be something that starts. That could last through September through the end of October, but even going all the way out until December. Some of you Scorpios have a big project coming up that you have to work on, and this could be work-related, or if you have a business, or it could be something in your own home, like a home renovation, or, maybe you're going to build a deck or put down a slate patio. I don't know what you're doing, but you may have a big project that you're planning, getting ready to embark on, or you could be starting it in September. The last card in your reading, Scorpio, is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is feeling trapped and bound. It could be like an emotional prison, or trapped and bound to some kind of situation. You could feel trapped or imprisoned in a situation, but you may really be able to get out of it easily, even though you may not think so. I get that some of you are tired of listening to somebody constantly going on and on and on to you that you feel is like draining, dull, uninteresting, or like somebody that's not well in your life could be complaining a lot about their health, and maybe you're like, oh, I'm tired of hearing that they don't feel good all the time. Or, you know, it could be bosses going on and on about something that you're tired of listening to, or your kids, or somebody in your family. Because I feel like you're tired of listening to somebody that just, you feel like they say the same thing to you all the time. Some of you could feel a little trapped in a marriage or in a serious love relationship. You could feel like it's a little stifling, and like you could feel trapped. This could cause you to daydream about somebody from your past, a past love. Some of you are concerned because you want to make more money, but you feel that things that are going on right now in the world and in the economy is preventing you from doing so, or making it very difficult. Some of you may feel like you'd like to have your own personal space, and you may feel like you're tired of sharing some space with others. Maybe this is at work, this could be going on at home. I don't know where this is for you. You could be trusting somebody with legal documents or papers, or to handle something that you're like putting it in somebody else's hands, and then it's like you have to trust them. And this could be, for some of you, I feel like you have no problem doing it. But for others of you, I feel like you don't want to keep thinking about it because you're trusting somebody to do something you need them to do, and you have to kind of leave it in their hands, but it's bothering you and you can't stop thinking about it. So some of you Scorpios are going to feel like it's out of my hands, I'm not going to sit here and worry about it. And the other Scorpios are going, okay, it's out of my hands, I've got to trust this person to handle these things, but are they going to do a good job? Are they going to do it right? Like, so you've got a divide here of how Scorpios are going to feel. And I feel it could be like somebody that's like a lawyer dealing with a legal case, or somebody sorting out things to do with your finances, or it could be like a headhunter or an agent trying to find a good job for you. Like this is, you know, it's a gray area what it is, but I see you have to like kind of put things in their hands. You kind of have to trust them, and some of you are good with it and some of you are not. So like you're worrying about it. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Scorpios to work with, use, and wear in the month of September of 2024 is onyx. And onyx gives strength and promotes vigor, steadfastness, and stamina. Onyx banishes grief and puts you at ease with your surroundings. Onyx enhances self-control and stimulates wise decision-making. And onyx encourages happiness and good fortune. Onyx is going to help you be very bold in what you say and what you do. And how this works is the frequencies and vibrations of the stone work with your frequencies and vibrations that you hold in your aura and in your chakras. That's how the gemstones work with you. It's going to help you sort things out and help you make clear decisions. It's going to help you with decision making. It's also a protective stone for you. So if you feel like, you know, you feel threatened by energies out there in the world or people, you might want to wear onyx. Wearing it, especially when these gemstones touch your skin, you get the most energy from the stone. Yeah, it's like a power stone. If you feel like your power has decreased, this is a gemstone that will help you feel like you're getting your power back. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're subscribed and you find yourself unsubscribed, please resubscribe, because I did have some people tell me in August that they were getting unsubscribed. So I don't know why the platform would be doing that. I am not the one unsubscribing you. So please be sure to check that out. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record from my Vimeo on-demand videos, the most recently recorded video series links are down below in the description box in the Show More section. And if you're unsure where that is, just click on the word more after the title of my video where it goes, it'll say more ... You click on that word more, you'll see all the links of my most recently recorded video series down below in the description box. Now, I've already, and you can get them on my website by going to theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. The links for all these video series I record, which is many, are there, and you can read all about each video, what divination tools I used, how long the predictions go out for, and you can click on the zodiac sign you want, and it will take you to that exact video on Vimeo. Now, I've already mentioned 3 of the most recently recorded video series earlier in this video, but my other videos that are also available are my Horseshoe Tarot 7-card spread, psychic tarot readings for each sign of the zodiac, and it is probably the 3rd most popular video series I record on Vimeo. You may want to check them out and see why people like to get this I do these videos every year, and it is very popular every year, so you may want to check those out. Also, by viewer request, my 2024 financial psychic tarot readings are available on Vimeo. These predictions go out until the end of the year. And I used a totally different format. The old format I used to use is not what I did in this format. So you may want to check them out and see what the finances are going to be like for you the rest of this year if you haven't checked them out yet. Also, my annual, every year I record, my What's Lucky and New for You, and this year is 2024. So if you want to see what's lucky and new for you in 2024, you may want to check those psychic readings out. Those links are, as I said, down below, and also on my website videos page at theluckymermaid.com. You can also get my mid-year psychic tarot update for 2024. We're now well into the second half of this year. If you want to hear what my guides had to say for you about the second half of this year, I did a Celtic Cross, center of the Celtic Cross tarot spread for each sign of the zodiac. So you may want to check out what my guides had to say about this second half of this year for you. And don't forget, in all of my video series, I really do recommend getting your sun sign and your rising sign are going to give you the most complete information. And if you find that your moon sign resonates with you on YouTube, you may want to check your moon sign out, because some people do find that sometimes their moon sign is what's talking to them the strongest. Also, my 2024 mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for each sign of the zodiac are available, and the first half of each card in the reading are for the single people of your sign, and the second half of each card in the reading is for the coupled people of your zodiac sign, so you may want to check those readings out. Also, if you want to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here in a video format, you can follow me at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram, and at the Lucky Mermaid on X, formerly known as Twitter. And you can also follow my videos on Rumble, which is, the channel name is the Lucky Mermaid LLC. But I also post on the community page on YouTube these psychic readings I do in writing. So you can check them out on my social media platforms that I use and on the YouTube community page, where I pull tarot cards and oracle cards, occasionally the crystal, and I put these predictions in writing. So you may want to go back and look at, predictions from the past to see how they have come out, what has come true for you. Many people find these written psychic predictions and messages resonate with them. Maybe not the entire 5 paragraphs. Maybe it's only going to be 2 or 3 messages, not the whole 5 paragraphs, but there's probably a message for you. If you feel drawn to go look there, there's probably something there for you, or else you wouldn't be drawn to go look at it. Also, I want to say, if you would like to help support this channel by making a donation, I have a link connected to PayPal down below, and I appreciate all of your donations. They do mean a lot. They do help me a lot. It helps keep this channel going. Not everybody wants to get a Vimeo video. Not everybody wants to go do that. But if you want to help support the channel and keep it going, donations also help. And I am very thankful for all of you who have been kind and generous and donated. It does really help me. So thank you so much for that. I also want to say here, just know, if you ever get a message from anybody saying they're me, it's not me, unless you're on my wait list or cancellations list for a private psychic reading with me. Otherwise, if somebody contacts you, other than that, if you're not on either of those lists, then you know it's not me, and you need to block them and report them, because they're trying to scam you. They want to get your information and your money. So you really need to stop these scammers, because they are rampant. Rampant. So just know that I'm only on the platforms I mentioned, and I'm only contacting you about a reading if you're on my wait list or cancellations list. So I hope you have absolutely amazing energy that comes to you this month of September of 2024. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.